Why these legends will never be forgotten. The science of immortality. We live in a world of disposable fame, where stars are born on a Tuesday and forgotten by Friday. Yet names like Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury, Marilyn Monroe, and Tupac Shakur seem to grow more powerful with every passing decade. They aren't just celebrities anymore. They have become modern myths, frozen in time at the peak of their brilliance. But what is it about these specific souls that prevents them from fading? Today, we're looking at the DNA of a legend to understand why these icons will never be forgotten, no matter how much time passes. The first reason these legends endure is because they were the firsts. Human history has a special place for the pioneers who broke the seal on what was possible. Elvis wasn't just a singer, he was the first to merge the sounds of a divided nation into a global youth culture. Michael Jackson wasn't just a dancer, he was the first to turn the music video into a cinematic event that stopped the planet. These legends didn't just play the game, they rewrote the rule book. We remember them because they are the foundation upon which everything else is built. Every modern artist is essentially a branch on a tree that these icons planted. Secondly, these legends were the masters of the paradox. We aren't drawn to perfection, we are drawn to the struggle. We remember Freddie Mercury because he was a shy, private man who could command 70,000 people with a whisper. We remember Marilyn Monroe because she was the most desired woman in the world who felt completely unloved. These icons weren't one-dimensional characters. They were deeply flawed, complex human beings who fought their battles in the bright light of the public eye. Their legends live on because we see our own insecurities, our own dreams, and our own contradictions reflected in their stories. They make us feel less alone in our humanity. Another crucial element is the unfinished symphony. Many of the greatest legends left us while they were still in the middle of their journey. Tupac, Kurt Cobain, and Marilyn Monroe never had to face the quiet decline of old age or the loss of their creative spark. Because they died at the height of their influence, they remain eternally young and eternally relevant in our minds. We're left with the what-ifs, and those questions keep their stories alive. Their absence creates a vacuum that the world is constantly trying to fill but never quite can. They didn't just leave a legacy, they left a mystery. But perhaps the most powerful reason is the emotional frequency of their work. A legend is born the moment an artist stops performing for your ears and starts performing for your soul. When Michael Jackson sang Man in the Mirror, or when Freddie Mercury recorded The Show Must Go On while he was dying, they were tapping into a universal human frequency. That kind of raw, honest energy doesn't have an expiration date. You can play a Queen record 50 years from now, and the listener will still feel that same surge of power. These legends didn't just create entertainment, they created emotional landmarks in our lives. Ultimately, these legends will never be forgotten because they represent the higher self of humanity. They show us what happens when a human being pushes themselves to the absolute limit of their potential. They represent freedom, courage, and the audacity to be different in a world that demands we be the same. As long as there's a kid in a bedroom dreaming of being a star, or a person looking for the courage to be themselves, these names will be spoken. They are the constellations we use to navigate the dark. The world will keep turning and new stars will rise, but the foundation remains. We don't just remember these legends because of what they did, we remember them because of how they made us feel. They are the architects of our modern culture, and their voices are the soundtrack to our history. So I have to ask, if you could preserve only one legend's work for the next 1,000 years, who would it be? Whose voice is truly immortal to you? Let's talk about the legends in the comments below.